Baseball's back here on Let's Talk Sports. And we are wrapping up a 4-game set here in American Family Field, a.k.a. Miller Park here in Milwaukee. The Cardinals looking for win number 60 of the year, as they will have Eric Fetty on the mound today. The Brims are out today for the Cardinals as they look for a 4-game sweep against the Brewers. Mason Wynn hoping to shine. He shot ended an extra inning win versus the Brewers. The Cardinals' bullpen's looking really strong as of late. Just a lot of great things to talk about with this Cardinals club. And welcome back to the broadcast booth. In this one, I'm Josh Wright doing the play-by-play. And so the Cardinals, their offense is hitting 298 batting average as a team. The pitching has only allowed 3 runs yesterday. Here's the final score of the series recap. The Cardinals blew out the Brewers in Game 1, 12-1. Then a 3-0 win in Game 2, a 4-3 win in Game 3. And so now, let's see how things go here in Game 4 against Aaron Civale. Lineups and first pitch coming up here on Let's Talk Sports. In on the mound for the Brewers, Aaron Civale, 14 starts, 3-7, 74 innings pitched, 4.74 ERA on the season. This guy was, in real life, demoted to the bullpen, and then asked the Brewers, or he requested for the Brewers to trade him, and now he is with the Chicago White Sox. And that's something. Here's Trent Grisham, someone who started out his career in Milwaukee, and then was traded to the Padres and going into 2020. Count is 1-2 from Civale. That's popped up right to the third baseman. 1 away. And here is the lineup for the Redbirds in this one. Trent Grisham was the leadoff hitter. He's in center. Batting second in right field, Alec Burleson. Hitting third at first is Wilson Contreras. Then Jordan Walker, Nolan Arenado. Brendan Donovan in the 6th hole. Batting 7th is the catcher Pedro Pages, as Herrera has the night off. Mason Wynn and Nolan Gorman are in the 8th and 9th spots. Here's Alec Burleson. He homered in Game 1 of this series, hitting .290 as we are halfway through June. He's got 16 home runs on the year. That's second. That's the second most hit by a Cardinal this year. That's fouled off. It's 1-2. Aaron Civale started his career out in Cleveland, I want to say.
That's a ball.
Bounced around with a few different teams. I think he was with the Rays at one point. Started off this season with the Brewers.
Count is full.
That's a cutter. That's ball 3. Wilson Contreras on deck. Full count to Burleson with 1 out. There is a grounder to the rookie third baseman Ortiz. Throw to first in time. Not going to be in time. And that's going to be an infield single for Alec Burleson. I don't even think we've even mentioned the defensive lineup for the Brewers. We'll show that here in a little bit. But Mark Canha was at first. Second base is Monasterio. Third base, Joseph Ortiz. Shortstop is Caballero. And then the outfield from left to right, Churrios in left. Center fielder is Blake Perkins. Right field, Sal Frelick. And William Contreras, the younger brother of Wilson, he's behind the plate. And this one. Here is Wilson Contreras, the older brother. There's a fly ball into center. Perkins will make the catch. That is out number 2. Brewers wearing their jerseys from like the 2000s, early 2010s. Not gonna lie, I really like these Brewers jerseys. I know a lot of people don't. I personally do. These are the first jerseys I think of when I think of the Brewers. So, yeah, we're gonna wear. So yeah, Brewers wearing those jerseys. Cardinals, of course, and navy road caps with the gray jerseys and red sleeves and cleats and batting gloves and all that type of stuff. Jordan Walker strikes out. We go to the bottom of the first inning. The Cardinals get a hit. They, however, leave a runner on. Let's see what the Brewers offense could do here against Eric Fetty, who is 6-1 on the year. 2.79 ERA, 1.07 whip, 59 strikeouts, and 13 games started. as the Cardinals will look for win number 60 on the year. And we will show you the lineup here in this one for the Brewers. Sal Frelick leads off. He's hitting .254 on the year. Andrew Monasterio bats second. He's at second. Hitting third is the catcher William Contreras. Christian Yelich hitting in the cleanup spot. He's the DH. Batting fifth and left is Jackson Chourio. Batting sixth at third is Joseph Ortiz. Mark Hanna bats seventh. He's at first. Batting eighth is the shortstop Jose Caballero. And batting ninth at center is Blake Perkins. Here's the defense in this one for the Redbirds. First base Contreras. Second base is Gorman. Shortstop Mason Wynn. Third base Arenado. And the outfield from left to right, we got Brendan Donovan in left. Trent Grisham in center. Burleson in right. And Pedro Pages behind home plate. With Eric Petty, the former National, the former Chicago White Sox starting pitcher on the mound for the Cardinals. There's a fly ball in the shallow center. Wynn comes in to make the catch, and that is the first out. Here in the bottom of the inning, there is the Brewers lineup again for you. You got Garrett Mitchell, Bryce DeRing. They've got the night off alongside Eric Hasse and Rhys Hoskins. Lars Nootbaar and Ivan Herrera, the two main starting left fielder and starting catcher. They both have the night off, or the afternoon off, on this lovely Sunday afternoon here in Milwaukee. 2-1 pitch to Monasterio. He's hitting .294 this year. There's a cutter taken up high for ball three. Contreras hitting on deck. He's hitting .323 this year. He's hitting the ball really well alongside his brother over at first base, Wilson. That's a 3-1 count. Now the count is full, 3-2. The Cardinals in the middle of a little road trip. 4 here in Milwaukee, and then they've got 3 games in Chicago with the White Sox. And that is strikeout number, second out of the inning. That is the first strikeout recorded by Eric Petty. Speaking of Chicago, that's where we're going for our simulation game tonight. Right after our Cardinals game, we're going to be headed to Wrigley Field to watch the Cubs take on the Pittsburgh Pirates. Top of the second inning here in Milwaukee. Game 4. It's the final game of a 4-game series between the Brewers and the Cardinals. Of course, these are two teams that got quite a bit of history with each other, as they played each other in a World Series, and they also played each other in the NLCS, the World Series in 1982, and then they had a rematch in 2011 in the NLCS. Cardinals, of course, got the upper hand both times. 1982, winning that in 7 games. Arenado hits it fair down the right field line. Arenado, he is on his way, or he's going to be held up at first. He thought about going for 2. So he'll just settle for a single, and that's the first hit for the Cardinals. With Brendan Donovan coming up, he's hitting the ball a lot better throughout the month of June. Check swing, and the umpire calls ball 2. Yeah, as I was saying, 1982 is my mom. My mom was born in 1982. Her birthday was just this week. There's a base hit for Donovan. Arenado is going to stay put at second. Or is going on over to second, and it's 2-1. Nobody out for the Redbirds. And I'll bring in Pedro Pages, hitting .264 on the year. As you're just tuning in, hopefully you guys had a great Father's Day weekend. I just got back from spending time with my dad. Went out for ice cream and then played some mini golf. As you guys know, I'm a pretty big mini golf player. Pages strikes out. That's out number 1. Strikeout number 2 recorded by Aaron Savali. And then yesterday I was hanging out with my mom for her birthday. Her birthday was over the week. I think it was last weekend, but she got sick. So we just celebrated this past weekend, or this weekend. And, yeah, it was a great time. Curveball 2-2 to Gorman. They're the umpiring crew in this game here in Milwaukee. I've been to Wisconsin a couple times. I've never been to Milwaukee, though. There's a sinker called strike 3. Back-to-back for Savali here in the top of the second. And now bring in Mason Wynn. He's hitting in the number 9 hole today. Cutter, strike 2. Wynn has 9 home runs this year. One of them came in the third game of this series against the Brewers.
That missed. That's the ball.
Fastball up high, hit the corner. It's 2-2. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Fouled off a sinker. Three games with the White Sox coming up, and then we'll be back home next weekend to play the Reds, and then 4 with the Cubs. Fly ball to right. Frelick makes the catch. And we go to the bottom of inning number 2. The Cardinals get 3 hits in this game. Unfortunately, they don't have any runs yet. Bottom of the second inning, Christian Yelich leads off for the Milwaukee Brewers here in the bottom of the second inning. Yelich, he was someone who hit the ball really well against the Cardinals in his first couple years with the Brewers. 2-1 pitch. That is rip foul, and the count is 2-2. Christian Yelich, he's been with the Brewers now for quite a while. I think this is his 7th year with the Brewers coming up. Or this is his 7th year with the Brewers. He got traded over in 2018, 2018, 2019, 2020, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. This is his 8th year with the Brewers. That's crazy. Another strikeout for Eric Fetty. Here's Jackson Churio. This guy is, fun fact, a month older than me. We are the same age. He was born in March of 2004. I was born April of 2004. Looks like he's doing really well in this franchise. Just Eric Fetty picks up another strikeout. Now bring in another youngster on this Brewers crew. Here's Joseph Ortiz, hitting a $128 this year. Only 1 RBI in 13 games played. So he is not the starting third baseman, I'm assuming, for this Brewers team. There's a pop-up. Podges will make the catch, and we have played 2 innings here in Milwaukee. There's no score. Here are the Cardinals in their last 10 games. Of course, you guys know the drill with that already. And now the Cardinals season is going. 1-2 count to Trent Grisham as the Cardinals have the top of their order due up here in the 3rd inning. Fouled off again, and it's 2-2. Grisham popped up to the third baseman to begin the top of the 1st inning, to begin the game, I guess you could say. He works the count 3-2. That is poked into right center field. That is going to drop in front of Sal Frelick, and that will be hit number 4 of the afternoon for St. Louis. Here's Alec Burleson as the Cardinals have the leadoff man on for the first time in this game. Burleson, he got the first hit, or he had the first hit of the game back in the 1st inning, an infield single.
No, that
Sinker taken for ball 3.
full count.
Fouls off a cutter to keep the at-bat alive. For those of you just tuning in, Josh Wright getting the call for another exciting game of Cardinal baseball that is hit down the line. Foul once more. Right to Ortiz, 1, and safe at first.
Now batting, the first baseman, Wilson Contreras.
One out here is Contreras, 0 for 1. Here's a 2-1. Fouled off once more, and it's 2-2. Strike 3 call.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Jordan Walker.
2 outs. Here's Jordan Walker. 4 for 16 in this series with a couple home runs. Chases a cutter, strike 2. Don't know why we're showing he only has 1 stolen base this year. We get it. The Cardinals do not have a lot of speed on this team. Fastball struck him out. Bottom of the 3rd coming up, no score.
Leading off for the Brewers, the first baseman, Mark.
Final game of a 4-game set here in Milwaukee. Eric Fetty. He's already pitched in. See the starting pitching season stats. The Cardinals have pitched and have 399.1 innings as a team. That's crazy. This is also a great time. You know what else is crazy? The theme tickets. Cardinal theme tickets. They're a great way to get access to exclusive promotional items and fan events. For details and full list of dates, visit cardinals.com/theme. Tuesday, June 24th, and then Wednesday, June 25th. Tuesday, June 24th, it is Mental Health Awareness Night at the ballpark. And then Wednesday, June 25th is both Mizzou and Finding Illini Night. That'll be again it'll be Tuesday, June 24th and Wednesday, June 25th. Mental Health Awareness Night, Mizzou Night, and Illini Night at the ballpark when the Cardinals play the Chicago Cubs. That'll be the first Cardinal Cubs series of the year. And then we have another series with them at the beginning of July at Wrigley. And then we don't see the Cubs again until August. And then again, the last 3 games of September. Caballero strikes out. That's number 4 for Fetty. We have also played every team in the division at least twice, except for the Reds and the Cubs. We played the Brewers twice. We played the Pirates twice. We have a series with the Reds coming up, so that'll be our second series with them, as we played them earlier in the year in Cincinnati, and then of course we'll have 2 series with the Cubs coming up. One in the last week of June at Busch Stadium, and then at the first weekend of July at Wrigley Field in Chicago. Eric Fetty still doing his thing. Bottom of the third, 2 outs. 2-2. Perkins hits a fly ball to left center, and we are going to the 4th inning here at Miller Park. American Family Field, whatever the heck you want to call it. No score.
Leading off for the Cardinals.
Series recap for you throughout this 4-game weekend set here in Milwaukee. The Cardinals have outscored the Brewers 19-4 in this series. This is crazy. Only 4 runs.
Oh, that's low. That's a ball.
Have been scored. In this entire series by the Brewers. 2-2 pitch to Arenado's fouled off.
Count's full. That's ball 4. Take your base.
Ball 4 to Arenado. First walk allowed by Aaron Savali.
The left fielder, Brendan Donovan.
Here's Brendan Donovan. We've been live for 21 minutes. If you guys do enjoy the streams, you guys know what to do. Leave a like. It's the best way to show your support. Subscribe, comment, just anything. You know, it's just anything.
Foul ball.
And I just got an alert that the Giants or the Red Sox are really trading Rafael Devers to the Giants for Jordan Hicks and Kyle Harrison. Are you kidding? Hold on, let's see. No way. The Red Sox are really trading Devers? Oh my goodness. Pages hits one out to center. Back goes Blake Perkins. That's out number 2. Are you serious? Devers is really getting traded?
The second baseman, Nolan Gorman.
Wow, that's crazy. MLB on Fox posted it.
1 and 2. Count.
There's people on Twitter talking about it. Man, that is crazy. In the middle of a stream, Red Sox trading Rafael Devers to the Giants. Gorman strikes out. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Speaking of news, here's some other news going around in our franchise. Matt Olson extended his hitting streak to 16 games. The Giants called up Vaughn Brown, who is struggling, collects Golden Sombrero, an MLB debut. And the Yankees promote George Lombard Jr., the number 55 prospect in all of baseball, the number 1 prospect in the Yankees organization, to the MLB. Isn't that exciting? That's very exciting. Base hit in the center field. It gets past the diving Grisham. It goes all the way to the wall. Frelick is most likely going to go to third, and that is going to be a triple. They might send him to the plate, and it's going to be an inside-the-park home run for Sal Frelick, and it's a 1-0 Milwaukee lead. Grisham misses the dive. It goes all the way to the wall. Sal Frelick, who knew this guy had the wheels? And with that, Milwaukee jumps on the board first. It's 1-0. That was also their first hit in this game, too. So first hit, first run. I was looking up the trade on MLB Fox on Instagram. Someone commented, I thought this was the fax account. Wow. Grounder to third, one away.
Now batting, catcher, William Contreras.
Well, Rafael Devers, good luck in
1-2.
San Francisco, I guess. I guess I'm going to do a video talking about Rafael Devers getting traded after my live streams tonight. William Contreras, 0 for 1.
Hit 3.
He's 0 for 2 as he strikes out on a cutter. That is strikeout number 5 for Eric Fetty. And here is Christian Yelich. Old Yeller.
No, that's down.
Tap
Ball.
out.
Hee-haw. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
2-2 to Yelich.
We got a full count.
And a center base hit.
The left fielder, number 11, Jackson.
Hang on.
Take. 1 and 2's the count. Hike.
Bottom of the fourth. We played 4 innings of baseball here in Milwaukee. The Brewers lead 1-0. Connor Thomas, a former Cardinal, was picked up in the Rule 5 draft by the Brewers. Yeah, they lead 1-0 as we go to the top of the 5th inning.
No, that's outside.
So, yes, Brewers heading to their bullpen. Nick Mears there in Ashby warming up in the bullpen. Rafael Devers has been traded to the San Francisco Giants. This is crazy. So,
2 and 2.
I'm guessing they might move. So, are they keeping Bregman at third? Or Bregman's been playing third the entire season, right? And then they've got or no, he's hurt right now, right? Okay. Yeah, so very bizarre trade that just went down.
1.
One out here, Trent Grisham. Two one from Thomas. That is a slider. Taken for ball 3. Alec Burleson on deck.
Ball 4. Runner, take your base.
And a one-out walk issued by the rookie left-hander.
Up next for the Cardinals. the
Here's
right-hander,
Burleson.
Alec.
1 for 2 with an infield single in this game.
One ball, 2 strikes.
One two.
And 2.
Slider taken 2-2. Two and two the count.
Full count.
Count is full, 3-2. Two outs.
The first baseman, Wilson. Contreras.
And there's a base hit in the right. 2-1, 2 out.
Jordan Walker.
Two and one.
Two and one's the count to Walker. Fouled away. Two. Walker grounder to Ortiz. They get the out at second.
Leading off for the Brewers, the third baseman, Joseph Ortiz.
1-0 Brewers. We go to the bottom of the fifth inning. Joseph Ortiz leads off for Milwaukee here in the bottom of the fifth inning. In the left center, there's a base hit. That's their second of the day.
Next for the Brewers,
Here's Canna.
first baseman, Mark Canna.
Canna strikes out. 7
Now batting, the
strikeouts
shortstop,
for Eric Fetty on the day. Here's Caballero. Or Caballero. 1-2 is the count.
2.
Fly ball to shallow center. Grisham makes the catch. That's out number 2.
Ball.
Excuse me a minute.
That's a ball. Ball 4.
The right fielder, number 10, down. Free lift.
No, that's it.
Leading off for the Cardinals, the third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Top of the sixth inning here in Milwaukee. 1-0 Brewers as they lead the Cardinals. There's a grounder to short. One away.
The left wing for 33.
I just sent a text to my buddy who's a huge Yankees fan about Devers getting traded to the Giants, and I think he thought I was joking with him. Like, no. Fly ball to left, out number 2, and nope, it's real. Devers is going to the Giants. So that means there are no 2018 Red Sox on that team, on the Red Sox anymore. Damn, that sucks. I made a joke, like a reporter. So, Rafael, what's your thoughts on playing in San Francisco? Devers, I played third. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 1-0 Brewers. This game is moving right along as we continue on with our Cardinals franchise. I'm surprised that I'm continuing the series. I thought I was going to be burnt out by like mid-April, but no. We're still doing this series. Some of you guys are asking about the Road to the Show series. I had to cancel it just because I wanted to focus on just one baseball series, MLB The Show series, or technically 2, because I'm doing the simulation series also. So, doing franchise this year, and we're also doing the simulation games. 2-2 to Monasterio.
Now batting, catcher, William Contreras.
Here's William Contreras. 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. Eric Fetty only allowed 2 hits and 1 run. But he has been dealing on the mound. The Cardinals, they have not been able to score in this game. Then again, they've scored 19 runs in this series, so of course the offense is going to be a little quiet. 2 outs here is Christian Yelich. One and two.
Ball, that's it.
2-2. End of 6. 1-0 Brewers. Here's Nolan Gorman 0 for 2. He is hitless in this series as a whole.
That's the ball. 2-2.
This is great. 2-2 to Gorman. I might play a little bit if that's cool. Might play the rest of the game because, again, you guys know me. I don't want to sit here watch my Cardinals get swept. Gorman strikes out on a changeup. He's 0 for 3. Here's Mason Wynn. He's 0 for 2 also. Literally 5 hits in this game for the Cardinals, and they can't score. There's a liner to left. That is out number 2. I don't know if the Cardinals have anybody in their bullpen warming up. Looks like they do. They've got Ryan Fernandez, and I believe that is Phil Maton in the back there. Should have also mentioned that Andre Palanta, he got hurt in this series with a bruised rib, so he'll be out for a couple weeks. Grisham flies out to right. Bottom of the 7th coming up. This might very well be... This should be Eric Fetty's last game, or last inning, but we're keeping him in anyway because he's been dominant. Fly ball to left. Donovan makes the catch. It's out number 1. Red Sox throwing in the towel, apparently. I don't know why. They've been doing really good. I thought they were doing good. Like, I literally saw someone, like, in a comment, saw a Red Sox fan comment, yeah, this is the year. I think we're back, baby. 2 days later, oh, okay, they trade away Rafael Devers. That is crazy. Strikeout number 11 for Fetty. We should take him out because he's thrown 114 pitches in this game. And I have the quick counts on, so... He's going to strike out Marcana. And we're going to the 8th inning. For the Brewers up 1-0. Abner Uribe, 24-year-old rookie. Well, he's not really a rookie. He's been pitching the last 2 years. He had a really good rookie season, though. 1.76 ERA. Played last year, and he sucked. And he's not doing really well this year either, so we should take advantage. Take advantage. Burleson fly ball to center. That is out number 1. One away here is Wilson Contreras. Contreras swings, hits one out to left center field. And this one is gone. It's a home run. Wilson Contreras ties the game up here in the 8th inning. That's home run number 14 on the year for Wilson. Here's Jordan Walker. And a fastball in the center. Back at the wall. That is going to be caught for out number 1, or out number 2. 2 men gone. Here is Arenado. Arenado 1 for 2 with a walk. He slaps one into left field for a 2-out single. There's strike 2 to Donovan. He hits one in the center. We're going to the bottom of the 8th. All right, bottom of the 8th coming up. All right, let's see. Who do we want to bring in? Let's bring in Fernandez. As Eric Fetty, he had a good game. He's just, well, he's gassed. So we'll bring in Fernandez for the 8th, and then Helsley will most likely pitch the 9th. All right, that's out number 1. Blake Perkins dials it off. The count's 1-2. Little fly ball, little pop up right to the shortstop. That's number 2.
The right fielder.
2 outs here, Sal Frelick. Grounder to Gorman. And a scoreless 8th inning. Time for the 9th inning. Pedro Pages leads off for the Cardinals against Uribe. The 7-8-9 hitters due up for St. Louis here in the 9th inning. There's a fly ball to center. Blake Perkins is going to track it down for out number 1. One away here is Gorman. He has not done anything at the plate in this series. He's 0 for 3 today with a hat trick of strikeouts. And he hits one into right field. Back at the wall. It is gone. Into the Cardinal bullpen. Nolan Gorman gives the Cardinals the lead here in the 9th inning. He had not done anything at the plate this entire series. And he gets the biggest hit for the Cardinals in this game.
Pitching for the Brewers, number 29. Now pitching for St. Louis, number 56. Ryan Helsley.
Ryan Helsley coming in to get the save for the Cardinals. They now lead 2-1 thanks to Nolan Gorman. Monasterio strikes out to begin the bottom of the inning. Here's William Contreras in 30 minutes. We're going to go live around 7 o'clock. Pretty much right after this game, we'll do the Sunday night simulation game of the week, Cubs and Pirates at Wrigley Field. Helsley picks up another strikeout, 102 on the radar gun. Strike 2 to Yelich.
1-2.
1-2 to Yelich. Fastball struck him out and the Cardinals win. A 4-game sweep of the Milwaukee Brewers here in, Milwaukee. A 2-1 winner. A pair of home runs in this game hit by Wilson Contreras and Nolan Gorman. That's all the Cardinals needed. Brilliant pitching by Eric Fetty as he gave us 7 scoreless innings. Ryan Fernandez was dominant in the 8th. Helsley picks up his 28th save of the year. And with that, that's all we got for you here today for Cardinal Baseball. We'll be back here in a little bit to do the Cubs-Pirates game that we promised that we were going to do. So that's all we got for you here today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And with that said, I will see you guys next time. Josh Wright signing off for Milwaukee. The Cardinals win 2-1, your final score.